Genesis chapter 8 tells the story of renewal and restoration as the floodwaters begin to recede, and Noah and his family prepare to step into a new world. After months of being inside the ark, this chapter marks the turning point where God's judgment gives way to his promise of new life. The chapter begins with these powerful words, "But God remembered Noah." Even as the waters covered the earth, God had not forgotten Noah, his family, or the animals in the ark. In response, God sent a wind over the earth, and the floodwaters began to recede. The springs of the deep and the floodgates of the heavens were closed, and the rain stopped falling from the sky. After 150 days, the water had significantly decreased, and the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Noah waited patiently as the waters continued to recede. After 40 more days, Noah opened a window in the ark and sent out a raven, which flew back and forth until the waters dried up. Then he sent out a dove, but the dove found no place to rest and returned to the ark. A week later, Noah sent the dove out again, and this time, it returned with an olive leaf in its beak, a sign that the waters had receded and new life had begun to grow. After another week, Noah sent the dove out again, and it did not return. Noah knew that the earth was dry, but he waited for God's command to leave the ark. When the time was right, God spoke to Noah, saying, "Come out of the ark, you and your family, and bring out all the animals with you, so they may multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in number." Noah, his family, and the animals left the ark, and Noah's first act was to build an altar to the Lord. He offered burnt sacrifices from the clean animals as an expression of gratitude and worship. The Lord was pleased with Noah's offering, and he made a promise, "Never again will I curse the ground because of humans, even though every inclination of the human heart is evil from childhood. And never again will I destroy all living creatures, as I have done." God also established the cycles of nature, saying, "As long as the earth endures, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night will never cease." Life lessons from Genesis chapter 8. First, God never forgets his people, even in the storms of life. The phrase "God remembered Noah" is powerful. It reminds us that even in the most difficult and uncertain times, God has not forgotten us. His timing is perfect, and he always has a plan to bring us through the challenges we face. When we feel stuck or overwhelmed, we can trust that God is at work, and he will bring us to a place of safety and restoration. Second, patience is key to walking in God's will. Even after the rain stopped, Noah didn't rush out of the ark. He waited for God's clear direction. This teaches us the importance of patience and obedience. Sometimes, even when the storms in our lives are over, we must wait for God's perfect timing before stepping into the next season. Rushing ahead can lead to missteps, but waiting on God ensures that we move forward in his will. Third, renewal and new beginnings come after difficult seasons. The flood was a time of judgment, but it was also a time of cleansing and renewal. After the flood, the earth was given a fresh start, and Noah and his family were part of this new beginning. This reminds us that after seasons of hardship or trial, God often brings about renewal in our lives. What may seem like an end is often a new beginning in God's plan. Fourth, gratitude and worship should be our first response to God's blessings. Noah's first action after leaving the ark was to build an altar and offer sacrifices in thanksgiving to God. This shows the importance of recognizing God's hand in our lives and giving thanks. When we come through difficult times or receive blessings, our response should be one of worship and gratitude, acknowledging God's faithfulness. Finally, God's promises are trustworthy and enduring. In this chapter, God makes a covenant, promising never to destroy the earth with a flood again. He also establishes the natural order of the world, day and night, seasons of growth and harvest. This teaches us that God's promises endure, and we can trust him to keep his word. No matter what changes we face in life, God's faithfulness remains constant. In summary, Genesis chapter 8 teaches us that even after seasons of judgment or trial, God is faithful to bring about renewal and restoration. He remembers his people, calls us to be patient, and offers new beginnings. Just as Noah responded with worship and thanksgiving, we too should give thanks for God's mercy, trusting in his enduring promises.